All right, let's talk about Thoroughbreds. I was supposed to finish it and review it last night, but I got too damn late, so I had to finish it at work earlier today. And then I drove straight up to Prescott to see Hereditary, which is an hour drive out and an hour drive back. Reviewed that, and finally here I am getting to talk about Thoroughbreds. Jesus, I usually record the review right after I'm done, so I'm not used to waiting half a day to talk about it. But anyway, let's talk about this freaking movie. This was a movie that I've talked to a few people that I actually really respect their opinion and like them a lot, and we usually see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. And they, for the most part of them, didn't like this movie and were disappointed. I remember Alexandria Vaughn, who's a YouTuber, fellow YouTuber on here, really cool chick. We usually get along. She said she didn't like it. And I totally respect that opinion, absolutely. But I loved it. I thought it was great. This kind of humor really works well for me, this super black humor. I saw someone label this American Psycho meets Heather. And I thought that was a pretty apt description. I mean, not exactly for sure, but I get what they're meaning by it. And I think it applies for the most part if you're into that kind of thing. So this movie stars Anya Taylor-Joy, who has just been killing it lately with stuff like The Witch and Split, and so on and so forth. She's got all sorts of cool titles to her name. And also Olivia Cooke, which I'm a big fan of Olivia Cooke from Bates Motel. She was also in Ready Player One recently, where she tried to play like a insecure girl. It was like, oh my God, don't let it. And it's like, you're gorgeous. Seriously, this is who they casted as the nerdy, I don't know if I'm gonna be good enough for get the hell out of here. Anya Taylor-Joy, Olivia Cooke, two gorgeous women who are incredibly talented, and they just play so well off of each other. I loved that chemistry. It kind of reminded me a little bit of something like a Heavenly Creatures in a way, but one of them has no emotion at all. Olivia Cooke's character is just borderline personality disorder, is completely void of emotions, doesn't give a shit, fakes it for whoever she has to. And Anya Taylor-Joy's character is this rich girl who, gets straight A's and is academically sound and has this huge bright future ahead of her, but she hates her father, and she's just filled with emotions that she's always in constant denial of. And so Olivia Cooke is trying to get her to be truthful with herself, and later in the film decides that she needs to kill her father. Anya Taylor-Joy's father, who she hates. This is also the last film of Anton Yelchin, which I love Anton Yelchin. And no, I'm not just saying that because he's dead. No, the dude's been in so much cool shit. You ever seen Green Room? Okay. The dude was awesome. The Star Trek movies, and I love him. Odd Thomas, and the list goes on. He did so many rad freaking movies. Such a shame that we lost him, because I really dug the dude a lot. Anyway, I thought he was good here. He's a little underused, but his character serves its purpose for the film, and so I don't feel like character-wise that I needed to see much more of him, but because of his caliber and because this was his last film, I wish I had gotten to see more of him, since I know this is going to be the last new thing I ever see from him, which is extremely sad to me. But that really black, dark comedy, that super dry sense of humor, that back and forth witty banter between two characters just kind of one-upping each other with cynicism, if it's done well like it is here, it works for me so good. And I was laughing. I thought the film was, just so well done. Such an incredible directorial debut. I'm very much looking forward to what this guy is going to do next with his career here. So if that's your kind of thing, I would check this out. But you gotta really jet black kind of humor. Otherwise you're gonna be like, this is a comedy? Yeah, it is. It's just a fucked up one with fucked up people. This is not fart jokes. This isn't Melissa McCarthy falling fucking on her face and yelling cunt and fuck and trying to shock the audience. That's not what this is about. These people are actually committing truly shocking things, and it is actually funny. So a little different on the shock humor there. So anyways, let me know if you checked it out. Maybe you're like Alexandra and you hated it. Or not hated it. She said she was disappointed. So that might mean she liked it, but it was just like she wanted to love it. I'm honestly not sure. We didn't really get into a full discussion about it. I saw that and I was kind of like, oh man. So when I went into this, maybe my expectations were lowered than where they were. But with the two actresses at here and then Anton as well, I was like, I don't know. Even if I don't like it, I have Anton and then I have two gorgeous women to stare at the whole time. And hey, they ended up being awesome as well. So fucking win all around for me. So anyway, let me know if you checked it out. I think I already said that. Anyway, all right, guys.